Okay, I think I will start. Okay. Okay. So in the last lecture, we have seen two types of basics of file organization, and we have covered two files types: serial file or heap file or piles, and the second is the actual sequential file, which is the order sequential file. We have seen that how we can implement those file, what are their applications and their advantages, disadvantages with respect to the operations we are going to carry it out on those files. Okay. And we have come to know that sequential file by default the time complexity is n, because if record is we need to find a record, we have to all over traverse from first to the last record. Okay. And that is the biggest drawback with the sequential file, and that's why the another way of implementation is there. And based on the application, if you see that cd-rom and your disk, it's supposed a random access also with the spindle and the movement head. We can position our head on a particular sectors and the track directly. That is possible. So that kind of support we can get it from hardware. So why not to go for the direct access file? Okay, so for that, direct access concept is also implemented with respect to the file. Already we know the what is meant by direct accessing. With hashing, we have done all these things. The same concept actually we are going to implement with the file. Now here only the data structure is going to change. In ninth assignment, we have done it with a array as a data structure or linked list. Okay, we can do the hashing with that. In this chapter, what we are going to do when you are implementing direct access file, we are going to consider file as a data structure, and we are trying to implement file as a direct access file. Okay. For that same way, say records are read and write directly from or written on the file directly. No need to write the record sequential, traverse the record sequential to search the record. Okay. The records are stored at a known addresses which are in advance we know, and for to calculate that address, definitely we are going to apply the mathematical function on the key. Already we know that various mathematical functions which we have used already in a fourth unit for a hashing, which is the modulo sign, mid square method, folding method, or key offset method. So you can go for any kind of mathematical function to implement the direct access file. Okay. Now random file would have to be stored on a direct access backing storage medium. That example is magnetic disk, CD or DVD. So what does it mean that we cannot use a magnetic tape for a direct access file. So magnetic tape cannot support the direct access file kind of concept. So you should understand that when you want to implement the direct access file concept, your hardware support is also required there. Only software cannot support. We need to have a proper hardware to support my direct access concept. Okay, because we have to position the pointer directly to a particular block or record. Now, as is a simple way how we are implemented with a normal bucket structure with the array, same way say you will consider your all record as a bucket, all file as a bucket of n records. Each record will be stored at a single location. That location will be calculated using the appropriate hash function. That hash function is going to be applied on any key value which is going to be used for the insertion of the record. Okay, for example, roll number, you can use a phone number, you can use a your email address, which are the unique value in your field that you can use for the such kind of hashing. And as we know that hashing have a problem, if your mathematical function is not uniformly distributing your records, collision will be there. And how, or synonym, because of synonym address calculation will be there, and because of that it may happen two key address may map to the same location. So how to resolve that is a problem with again direct access file. The same technique which we have used with a normal hashing, the same technique we are going to use with a different way. Now you can see that collision can be managed in a direct access file using three different techniques: open addressing, unchained overflow, chain overflow, and the multiple hashing. These all concepts we already studied, only we have to study them with the help of file. Now very first is the what is the open addressing. As we know that what is meant by open addressing, it is a whole file is available for the storage, and if the current location is already occupied, we will linearly probe to the next location and find the next empty slot and store or insert my record at that particular position. And bucket has been searched, then bucket first search it at hit home bucket, and if the record is not present over there, we will go linear searching for it. Whatever the technique we have learned with the open addressing, linear linear probing with and without replacement, linear probing without replacement with chaining, all are possible with this open addressing scheme. Again, quadratic hashing is also possible over here. Is it clear? So in previous case we can see that when collision, here already 2001 is occupied at a first position, and what will be the, if you want to insert a 2011 is created, which bucket 2 it should go? As per the linear probing, we know that it should be inserted to the next available location, and that's why it is inserted at the 4th position. This is clear? Okay, this is actually how direct accessing is possible with the linear probing. Is it okay? Okay, now the next, now we have discussed two techniques, that overflow bucket techniques. So in first case, original bucket means original file will be kept as it is. Whenever the collision is there, overflow buckets means one secondary file is created which will be considered as an overflow bucket file. Second file is attached with this, and will randomly we will store the record sequentially. So when the record is inserted, it will be inserted as they are coming like a pile of a file. There will be no hashing concept is applied on the overflow bucket. Only hashing concept is applied with the original bucket. So when the 2011 you want to search, at that time first it will check in a original file. If it is not there, it will check in the overflow bucket file sequentially. This is clear? This is clear? Yes. Okay. Okay, this is a normal way how the direct access file concept is implemented with the overflow bucket. Overflow bucket already we have done in array also. You can use a second array, or you can increase the size also. Any doubt, any question? No, no. Overflow file will be stored like a sequential file, serial file. How the records are coming, we are going to, if 2013 will come, it will be stored at a 2011 ke baad. If 12 will come, likewise, how the records are coming, they are just pushed on the overflow bucket as they are coming like a pile, serial file ki tarah. So when you are searching a record, you will first search in a original bucket. If original bucket is already having a different record, then we'll search with the overflow bucket. This is the case with the simple overflow bucket concept to handle the collision in a direct access file. Now the second is the case unchained overflow. This is called as unchained overflow bucket, and here is the chain, sorry, unchained ki jagah pe chain, it is a chain. First one is the unchained and second is the chain bucket. Yaad rakho. The name is different. This is the chain bucket. And this is unchained overflow bucket, and this is a chain overflow bucket. What is meant by chain? We already learned this concept in our hashing, that direct chaining ki tarah hai. So you will have another file again, but in your original file you will have a one extra field which will point that where my record will be available in the overflow bucket. This is clear? Over in the overflow bucket. So if it is at a third position, the third position will be inserted here in a overflow bucket in your original file. So with the record with your, okay. So this is how your hashing and collision will be handled in the direct access file. Any doubt about this? Now, while you are implementing direct access file, actually we are using the chain overflow bucket concept indirectly. Instead of using a secondary file, we are using the same file and we are chaining the records if there is a collision. Are you getting this clear? That is also absolutely called as a chain overflow buckets only. This is clear? Any doubt with this? Have you understood all these three techniques? Linear probing, When chain is there, I can directly go to that record in the your respective file. Okay, are you getting this clear? And when it is without chain, what happens? We have to sequentially search the overflow bucket. नो, चेन ओवरफ्लो फाइल में भी चेनिंग नहीं रहेगा. चेन ओवरफ्लो बकेट में हैशिंग नहीं होता है. सी, you have done the hashing, normal hashing without chaining. The same concept is there. Chain is just to indicate that where is your collide record is in a respective overflow bucket. So these are the overflow buckets, means this is another, you can consider it as another file, or you can append another 10 records over your original record file, and those records will be used as a collision record. Same file maybe you can do that, collide records keep track करने के लिए. And you will just mark the record number where that collide record is going to be stored. So when in unchained overflow buckets, when I want to search a 2011, I know that there is not there in a original file. I will check 2000 first location is having 2001, so it is not there. So what we will do, we'll go to the 2011 record search करने के लिए overflow bucket, and sequentially will start the scanning, first, second, and then at third position I will come to know that this is the overflow bucket. Definitely, as you are saying that here overflow, while you are searching, during this insertion we are not going to following the any hashing concept on the overflow bucket, but during searching, instead of going from first, second record, I can directly go at a third position by offset calculation technique, which we already use for the this. Indirectly I'm giving the hash address as a 3 in a overflow bucket. This is clear? So during the search we are directly calculating the address in a chain overflow bucket. Okay, hello, is that concept is clear? Okay, any doubt? No. So as yesterday only I told you that okay, so as yesterday only I told you that all these files, sequential file, direct access file, these are actually quite time consuming. One more technique you can use for the hashing, when collision is there, upon collision apply a second hashing function to product a new hash address in a overflow area. And it is already we have discussed, that is key offset method kind of thing. We can in that we are using a double hashing, correct na? Rehashing, we will use a first hashing function to find the first slot. If first whatever the original slot is there, if it is already occupied, we will take that probe as a offset and recalculate some other modular function, and we will come to know that secondary function, and from that we will get the address of the second slot where we can insert the record, and where from where we can actually retrieve the record. This is clear? So key offset method is also possible to handle the collision with direct hashing. Now, what are the basic limitations of the hashing? We know that hashing, as we have seen with array also, that it is very fast, and ideally if you speak, it's going to be of one time insertion deletion. Okay, but ideally it is not possible, or we will say that practically there are some limitation on your functions, your hardware and software requirement. Because of that, it is not possible to get the of one time complexity. What are the limitation? Based on the pattern matching, to find a student with ID 9xx is possible. So point query, this called when we want to find a single student, it is very good that you can go with the direct hashing. But when the query involves a ranges of the value, find all students from 50100 to 50199 in a range, then based on a field other than the hash field, it is not at all very good or possible, and it is going to be very time consuming, and sometimes it is not supported by your direct access file. That is with respect to your requirement of the accessing of the file or search function. Retrieval of the data, how the data is availability of data can be checked with a direct access. While in sequential and the normal file, it is directly possible. I can fire any query because your, if you see the sequential file, your data is in a sorted order. So range and the point query both can be done very well on that file. Okay. So these are the some of the advantages and disadvantages with the direct access file. Any record can be directly accessed. Speed of record processing very fast. Up to date file because of online updating. Concept processing is possible. Concurrent means multiple users can work on the same file because they are not going to hamper anything. Because overflow bucket is also, concept is also there. Transaction need not to be sorted, means I need not to sort my data to for the insertion. I can insert the any record at any position. It is need not to be sorted at all. Okay. But what are the problem with the direct access file or disadvantages? We can say, yeah, if we use a multi-file, we need not require a extra file. That is true. That is true. Actually, extra file concept will be come into picture when your file is overflow. Then definitely second file is supposed to be utilized, or you have to increase the file size. When you are using a rehashing, we can increase the file size if your all the records are already occupied. Okay. Now disadvantage is more complex than the sequential file. Definitely more mathematical calculations are supposed to be done. Does not fully use a memory location because some of the memory location be underutilized because that kind of record or key value will not give that address of that particular locations. Then there will be no storage at that particular location. More security and backup problems are there. How to take a backup and how to retrieve that backup again in a same sequence is going to be a very difficult part for a direct access file. Expensive hardware and software are required, as I told you, that to calculate hash and to directly position your data record to that particular position. It is not only hardware part, software part. Hardware is only supposed to be supported to this kind of operation. So it is quite complex and quite costlier thing to implement the direct access. Okay. Now I will just discuss that one of the system which is already we might be knowing about this direct access file system, DAFS, mainly uh, used by the all the network file system, and the common internet file system that allows application to transfer the data while bypassing the all other buffering and kind of or network protocol operation that can bottleneck the throughput. So operating system related works can be boycott and directly give the data at a very faster rate when, and this is basically required when you are working with the online system, online reservation system, online purchase system. Okay, at that time all file system which we are using are the network file system. Okay, and these are actually implemented using a direct access file system protocol. So DFS uses the virtual interface architecture as it's underlying the transport mechanism, and DFS is designed and optimized for the cluster shared file network environment that commonly used for the internet, e-commerce, and the database application. That I told you that online system is definitely based on the network file system, and the base of network file system is your DFS. It is optimized for the high bandwidth InfiniBand network, and it works with any interconnection that support VI, including the fiber channel and the Ethernet. Okay, so this part is not come under our syllabus. Only we should know that where I can physically right now use by your system this kind of file. Okay, now these are the all basically file system which are only having the single structure that we are going to directly store the record and directly retrieve the return. This is good if your data is very low in the size, 100 or 200 records are there, then it is okay that I can find the record, I can store and I can retrieve. What if your records are millions and trillions of record? We don't want to revisit the millions and trillions of record if it is a sequential file, even though it is a direct access file. What we want to do that I should just know that where that location or where that record is actually located, and I should able to go to that particular location indirectly or directly. Somewhere I want to utilize both direct access and the sequential access, and I want to give the optimized solution to that. The same way how we are using a book index, on a file also indexing is possible when the very high and large amount of data is there. So mostly we'll scatter the data in two different file. I will keep my original file unaffected, and I will search, and everything operation will be done with respect to the help of index file. How we are taking the index for the book, how we are checking the index for the book, how you are referring the index when you want to start something, you want to search something in your book. The same way, say, instead of going directly to the original file or original chapter, we will first see the index. I will check that what is the position of that particular content or topic, and I will directly go to that particular location. And this is actually the index based file system. Okay, so your file can be a file, serial file. Your data file can be a serial file. Your data file can be a sequential file, or your data file can be a direct access file. Is it clear? The thing is that your index will be take care of that. Your index will be always a sequential file in which your data will be ordered, and when you want to search, your index can be implemented as a sequential file, or it can be a direct access file. So both way you can index direct access file bhi ho sakta hai, index file can be a sequential file. So you will create one index file which will hold the index on your primary key of a database, and the secondary file, which is actually your original file, is called as a data file, will be kept as it is. Whenever you want to do the operation, first I will check index, and through index I will do the all operation on your original file. This is called as an index. So what is index? A data structure that allow the particular process the records in file to be located more quickly and a efficient manner. Okay, I think everybody aware about the indexing concept, and everybody using that concept in our day-to-day life for a faster retrieval of the data. Okay, so index, and for example the index in a book, an index can be a sparse or dense index. What is meant by sparse and what is meant by dense? I think you all know about this. We are learning so many sparse and dense. The same concept is there. Sparse means that the index will not have all the records but some of the search key values, and dancing index means that whatever the topics are there or whatever the records are there, those all records search key value will be there in your index file. For example, this is, you can see that this is called as a primary index, and it is mostly the dense index. You can see that in this you are not having all the records in your index file. This is your index file. Index, you can see that only 3 cities are mentioned, and the rest of the record, you can see that how many records are there. 1 2 3 4 5 10 records are there, but only 3 records are there in your index file. So it is only possible when your original data file is a sequential file. Is it clear? And that sequence is based on the key value which is there in your original record file. This is clear? Yes or no? Okay, this is clear. So when you are going for the indexing, so I will first give the structure of indexing, what it will be. Sparse index, dense index, will see the complete. For example, staff ID, only first stop ID will be there in the staff ID file, index file, and the rest of the indexes will be there in the your original file. Dense index, record for each and every employee will be there in your index file. Okay, now what is the structure of when you are using the index sequential file? You will have this many things when you are working with the index sequential file. First, you will have a data file. It is a separate file in which actual record is going to be stored. Second, you will have another file that will be store the index of your record for a data file. Now what is the indexing field? The field used to order the index records in a indexing. Okay, and the one or key field which can uniquely identify a record. Exam, number of students have the same student ID. This is clear. So when you are implementing the indexing, we will have a data file, index file, two different file will be there, and your index file will hold the index field. Based on that, your indexing is performed. This is clear. As I have discussed, indexings are again various type: primary index, secondary index, clustering index, multi-level index. So primary index is the order index in is index order in the same way as the data file, which is sequentially ordered according to the key. The indexing field is equal to the this key, and most of the time it is a sparse index. For example, how your data is organized in the original file, your index will having the same kind of sequence over here, and your data is sorted order. So your sequential file is already sorted, so that we need not to have all records maintained in the index file. So hardly first record, then third record ka index, and then the last record ka index. Alphabetically, I will be se shuru hona like record. The record which start with A, the record which start with B, record which start with R. So first record start with a B. That record ID or record location will be there in the index, then C ka index, then D. Likewise, you will have alphabetically one record index in a primary index. Is this clear? So this is called a sparse and the primary index. Secondary index, an index that is defined on a non-ordering field of the data files. Generally, it can be email ID, it can be a phone number or anything else that can be used. Here difference is that your index file and your original file, they are not having any correlation. Means how the records are organized in an index are different, and the records which are actually organized on your data file are maybe different. The non-ordering field of the data file uses an index file as a candidate key, distinct values or non-key field containing a duplicate value. So you can use a name, you can use an address, anything on which you want to create an index. The indexing field did not contain unique values. It's a dense index. Why it is dense? Because my data file and this index is not having the one-to-one relations. Means they are not having the coordination, physical organization of this file, or the way the order of the records in an index file and both the files are different. So I cannot trace the record only with the starting locations. Okay, so I have to have all the records which are starting with the B. I should have all the records index key which are starting with the D and the M, and everybody. Means whatever the records, means number of records in your index file and number of records in your original file will be same when you are working with a dense index. This is clear? Primary index is that it is mostly the primary. If your original file is having a 10 record and primary index is only have a 4, so and your original file will have a records in a sorted order, suppose the according to your roll number. This is clear? So I will only have the 2001 first record of the first 10 records, then I will have a 2011, then 2021. Likewise, I will have in a primary index. So this is a sparse index. Why it is possible? Because your original file is sorted order, and the key which is used for the indexing will be the same key on which your original file is order. This is clear? That's why even though I am not having all the records or key value in an index file, I can search the record if I know that first record with that sorted order key value. This is clear? So rest of the record can be sequentially searched and can be inserted. That is possible with the primary index. In a secondary index, your data file is, here you can see that your data file is organized using city, and I'm using the indexing on the some other field. Suppose roll number is my data file organization, my records are organized using the roll number, but I want to apply a filtering kind of, I want to find all the students whose names start with a particular alphabet. Then there will be no matching between the organization of my original file and the organization of my index. In that case, my index should hold all the records with all the name. Duplicate bhi hai to I have to mention it in my index file. And this is because of that your secondary index, when dense index is there, dense index will have the as many as record there in your original record file. Is it clear? You can go through the PPTs and you can come to know if still you are having any doubts. This is clear? Hello? This is clear? Yes. Still, if you are not having that clear doubts, I will mention it afterwards. Okay. We will come to know again this. So this is, and next is your, now based on these two types of indexing, either you can have a clustering index or the multi-level. Means your primary index. When your file is very high, at that time it is not possible to have the only single index. So we can take a combination of primary and the secondary, and number of indexings will be there. So your first index will be the primary index, then second level index will be the dense index, and so on. We can go on doing. So multiple indexing is possible. That is called as a multi-level indexing. Okay, and cluster. If the index field which we are going to use is not a if index file and the data file both are not organized on the non-key value. Non-key value means name पे अगर organize करते हो. So such type of index is called as a cluster index. Means unique field पे नहीं किया. जैसे phone number, name, your email ID and the ID. If these fields are used for the indexing, that indexing can be either a primary index or the secondary index. But if your field is like address and the name, where duplication is possible, then your index file is also having this kind of non-key value, and your file is also organized on the non-key value, then such type of indexing is called as a cluster index. This is clear. I will give you the example of multi-level indexing. And what is index sequential file? Can you tell me now? Now what is index sequential file? Your sequential file which is having the indexing. Okay, so in that case, when you want to insert a record, first I will see the index file. If that record is already present, I will just go and I will add the record and append the record after that particular record in the sequence. This is clear. If that key record is not there, then first I will add that key in the index file, and then I will add the record in the original file. Is it clear? After deletion, if that record with that key value will be the last record, then I will remove the record from index file first, and then I will remove the record from the your original file. So this way actually we are going to, so instead of searching directly on or inserting directly in the your original file, I will first work with the index file, search from the index file, and with respect to I will do the insertion, deletion, updation operation on a sequential file. If your file is a sequential file, original file, then it is called as an index sequential file. If your file is a direct access file, that is data file, then we'll call it as an index direct access, index sequential direct access file. This is clear. This is clear because time is over. Only last 1 minute or less than 1 minute is there. Just look on the what is meant by the multi-level indexing. And please raise with me the question. Chat में आप लोग raise करो या email में you can send me the questions, and I'm going to share the PPTs today. And shall we have another lecture by tomorrow for BB plus tree and ABL tree? Please let me know if you want. Okay, so tomorrow 11.11 we are going to have another lecture for the ABL tree, BB plus tree बाद में. पहले ABL tree will cover and then we'll go. Okay, so you please go through the PPTs, and if you have any query, let me know. And if possible, we'll cover that remaining part, 5 minutes ka part hai. Is it okay?